Okay, so let's get into this because it seems that there's a damning report coming out about Meghan Markle and William's manipulative ways continue to extend. Hey guys, it's Markle. Hopefully you guys are all doing well today. Back again with another video. If you have not subscribed, click that button, guys. It is daily and consistent content. I would really appreciate it. It's just one click to subscribe. That's all you guys have to do, and send us super things if you guys wish to. And let's get into this Royal Rumble, because this is what I'm calling this. Now, Kate and William are panicking. Of course, things did not go well with that video when it comes to people on their own team calling them out. It definitely didn't go well at all, in any capacity. But I definitely believe, in my personal opinion, that they are panicking. And the reason why I say this is because of the damage control that they are doing today, if you guys have noticed. Now, William has done a surprise visit to the Royal Air Ambulance individuals and people, giving them a visit. Of course, it's printed all over the press today as a PR move to show how grateful he is of the Air Ambulance team. And for him to suddenly give a surprise visit a couple of days after this madness and the backlash it's gotten from his own people, his own side, of course he wants to do things to try and fix all of this. I'm pretty sure he's fuming as well, because this video probably was Kate's idea, the PR team's idea. I don't think it was William's idea, because William isn't somebody to be intimate on camera. He doesn't do stuff like this. We've known this, which is why this video was very bizarre, and which is why his own team called him out. And we know Charles and Camilla were probably fuming about it as well, thinking, what the hell are you doing? Not only that, but the damage control is going strong, because it's been announced today that William and Kate have given a private donation. If it is a private donation, it should be kept as a private donation, not a private donation that is spoken about publicly to, you know, think of them as great individuals. A huge thank you to Kensington Royal, who have donated to the recovery effort following the theft of 3k of food supplies from Southwark Food Bank. All at Pekin have been overwhelmed by the outpouring of support from across society. Food stocks are being replenished now. It's private, but everybody knows, apparently. But their manipulative ways have been, exposed when it comes to the numbers. The Prince and Princess of Wales have donated £3,500 to a South London food bank after thieves raided its warehouse. The money will cover the costs, wow, alliteration, of the goods stolen and the damage. Now, if you put this into broad perspective terms, and I really want you guys to think about this, we pay William £23 million a year from the duchy profits. The duchy refuses to pay corporation or capital gains tax. William refuses to say what income tax he's paying. This donation is the equivalent of somebody who earns £30,000 a year and donating £3. Yet they want you to believe that they're all generous. This particular tweet, really looking at it from a land scale, bird's eye view perspective, has gained huge traction, and it is true. It's all damage control, because why are you giving these sudden, visits, charitable profits, and all of this after the days of your backlash of the video? Because you want that to be forgotten about, and he probably isn't going to be doing anything like that ever again. That video was a flop. The project was a flop. It flopped miserably, not because of the people and which way they were reacting to it. It flopped because Kate and William's own camp turned against them, which was a forewarning that don't cross us again, because we know things that are going on behind the scenes with you two, and we will drag you if necessary, especially Kate. That's what happened if you look at this whole fiasco of the video backlash. It was focused on Kate. It wasn't focused on William. The backlash wasn't focused on him. It was focused on her. Much like the Mother's Day photo international scandal in March, she was blamed. She was dragged. She was then forced to, say that she was editing pictures. All of it was thrown on her. She will always be thrown under the bus. And this was another example this year where things didn't go well with them. If it's not the Mother's Day photo, it's this video. It's like William and Kate have not had a good year in any capacity, guys. Like, I'm so sorry. Harry returning and etc. Putting Willie up for show. They've not had a good year in any capacity. Now, the New York Post, surprisingly, have put out a shocking story saying that Meghan is a dictator who has terrified the staff and has reduced grown men to tears. Now, if grown men are being reduced to tears, then maybe there's a problem with them. I'm so sorry. A Bombshell new report alleges that Meghan Markle terrifies her staff, with one source describing her as a dictator in high heels who has reduced grown men to tears. The embarrassing expose was published by The Hollywood Reporter on Friday and is likely to rattle Markle and her husband. Prince Harry, who is celebrating his 40th, surprise, his birthday is this weekend, so let's try and ruin it. Everyone's terrified of Meghan, a source close to the couple alleged in the article, which examined high turning over amongst the Sussex staff. She belittles people, she doesn't take advice, they're both poor decision makers, they change their minds frequently. Harry is a very charming person, no airs at all, but he's very much an enabler, and she's just terrible. She's absolutely relentless. Another insider told the outlet she marches around like a dictator in high heels, fuming and barking orders. I've watched her reduce grown men to tears. Now, this is very intriguing as to who these inside sources are. Is this a smear campaign? Because that's definitely what this looks like. In my honestly opinion, and it's the Hollywood Reporter, it's New York Post, it's Murdoch team. This is what it's kind of giving to me. But this is what inside sources are saying in unison. This is the story that people are discussing in the UK press. But I'm not buying it, and I'm never going to buy it, because we know how the world works when it comes to the royal press. This obviously, I feel like, was a coordinated setup, because Harry is celebrating his birthday, and it's all about him, you know, getting new boost of income. That's inheritance money. He's owed it. It is what it is. At the end of the day, we all get inheritance to an extent. Some of us do, not everybody. You know, it is what it is. What do you want us to do about it? I don't understand. But this is what they have put out, and to me, it looks like a setup for Meghan. I don't think that she's a dictator who terrifies staff and has reduced grown men to tears. Like, I just can't see Meghan doing that. Like, I honestly cannot, because if that was to be the case, we would have seen evidence by now, proof by now. She's been 5 to 6 years in and affiliated with the royal family, so there would have been some form of evidence in some level, but there's been nothing. So I'm not buying any of this, in my personal opinion, but this is in the royal rota. This is what people are discussing, so of course we're going to put this into the Royal Rumble video, because this is basically what we are discussing. Now, King Charles and Camilla, they didn't like that video. They said to Kate's and William's own camp that, you know, turn against them for this moment and let them know, because we're really upset for the fact that they put this out there. The Middleton family, the grandparents being in that video, all sitting there, etc. with William, of course it pissed off Camilla and Charles. They're like, what are you guys doing? This is not what you guys have done. And even in the midst of this whole Kate William stuff, every article that dragged them also dragged in Meghan Markle. They had to always drag her. Whatever choice that they have, they need to try and find a way to pull her into stuff for no reason. It's an addiction, and it continues. And so by those who ask me why I'm discussing William, Kate, Charles, Camilla the Rat, when they stop discussing Meghan Markle and stop dragging Meghan Markle, then I'll stop doing the rest. This is a knock-on effect. This is a reaction. This is a response. This is a let's find out what the other people are doing, since they want to shove everything under the carpet and expose Meghan 24/7 with these dumb reports that come out. So let's discuss it all together, but let's not rest and keep the same energy that they have for Meghan 24/7. So this article to me from New York Post is intriguing. And, you know, whilst I discuss everybody else, I want to keep personally defending Meghan, because that's just what I personally feel, to be honest with you. But yeah, I just feel like it's been a mess the last couple of days. It's been, whenever I'm abroad, I always say this to you guys. I'm currently now in Paris, and the French are behaving well on this trip to France. I was hesitant to come here. It started off a bit odd and a bit frustrating, but it's going okay so far. And, you know, I feel like whenever I come to France, I'm always apprehensive that something is going to go wrong. Someone's going to have an unnecessary attitude for no reason. And customer service is always BS 24/7. And for those who come to France, what I say to you is do not have it, and they will be quiet. Once you realize that they don't have it, once you show somebody in France that you ain't taking shit from them, they will immediately back down. They don't go back and forth with you. It's not a table tennis match. They will just be like, okay, cool, like they ain't got the energy in them for it. So, you know, buck your chest up if you need to, because if they buck, I'm gonna knock. That's all I want to say. Anyways, subscribe or comment down below and give this video a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it, and I'll catch you guys soon for another video.